do? And welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, your trusted source for Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Kurt Steele. Please do me a favor, like the video and share it with other Lions fans just like yourself. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel. I have a guest coming on this morning, maybe we'll run a little behind, but we'll get him in here shortly once he's up and running. All right, so let me if you're new to the channel, let me tell you how we do it here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, man. We look at Lions news, headlines, or takes. If we agree, we say they're boss up. If we disagree, we say they are balled on. And we give our reasons or our takes on why we agree or disagree. But during our live shows, we do a little different here. I want you all in the comments. If you agree, put hashtag bossed up. If you disagree, put hashtag balled on and tell me why. And I'll put your comments on the screen and we will talk about it together. Now, as we wait for my man Avery to hop on, hopefully here shortly, let's get into the topics for today. All right. So we have Dan Campbell set the tone early and often from at the Lions training camp yesterday. JMO continues to impress, and the Lions are healthy except for one player. Wonder who that is, but let's get into what we're going to talk about this morning. First up, we got my man Dan Campbell, man. One of the things he set the tone yesterday right off the bat in his opening presser. A couple of key points for me was that he said that this team is their own worst enemy when it comes to complacency, and he won't sacrifice the identity that the team has built. And one of the ways he does that is that he said he remembers when he was a player for the Giants, and they went 12-4 and got to the Super Bowl. They lost to the Ravens, but they brought back the exact same team the next season and went 7-9. And the reason being is because they kind of relaxed their standards, got to getting guys, letting them go early, not giving the same intensity. And he says he knows firsthand about the team losing their identity. And he said that that's one thing he will not sacrifice for anyone or anything, that the team will keep their identity of tough and being a gritty team. And y'all saw, man, I don't know if y'all saw the video yesterday, how he does it, man. He does his versions of the up downs, man. I tell you, with that, I don't know who's ever blown that whistle out there, but it's a little too fast for me. But I don't know another coach that would do that with their team. It sends a clear message that he is with them no matter what. He's going to be with them through thick and thin, and he's going to be there. I just, like I said, I just don't know another coach that does that, man. And then lastly, this is year 4 for Dan Campbell at the helm of the team, and the team brought back most of his starters from last season. Now, we know there's some guys in that back end of the secondary that are new, and a new offensive lineman with Zeitler coming in to play that right guard position. But he feels that this team should be ready to go out and play a game right now. He says he knows it wouldn't be perfect, but they are far enough along in the system that they should be able to go out and compete today. That shows a level of confidence that Dan Campbell has in this roster. You look at that, man. Not a lot of coaches would say we're day one of camp, we should be going out there and we are ready to go out there and play a game right out the bat, just day one of camp. You're not going to find that confidence in a lot of coaches, especially with their young team coming in and be right out the gate saying that we should go out there and be ready to compete. So let me know what you thought about Dan Campbell's presser. I want to say it's bossed up. I love the way that he came in and set the tone for the Detroit Lions and the team right there out of training camp, running his first presser. And I love his new huge podium he has up there, man. I know that little small one that he had, man, couldn't take too much more of his tapping on it, man. We rocked a few times since he's been the head coach. But let's get into what you guys think and say good morning. All right. For my man Moonscar Blade coming over from the Duke Crew says, good morning, boss up. Ball, it's time to ball out. Never get balled on. That's right. We're going to boss up and ball out here on this show, baby. Lombardi or bust. Oh, yeah. Well, man, Brent DeWitt's in the building. Salute to my fellow veteran. Dennis said, what up, dude? What's going on, man? Mom Marker says, Campbell pressure is on. Okay, got another one going on right now. We right here. Still waiting for my man Avery to come in right now. Hopefully he didn't get mixed up with the times, but we'll see if he comes on today. If not, we have to reschedule him. All right. Boss up all day, everybody. Woo! All right. Elijah Hannah says, like button is smashed. Glad to, y'all back, fellas, man. Love the new channel. Go Lions. Hey, thank you for coming over, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. I had to get back with my guys, man. We do our shows, our recorded shows with myself and Coach Mike and LL on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we do I do lives on Tuesday and Thursdays at 8 a.m. So, thanks for coming back and checking us out. He was beating the players. Yeah, some of those guys they were struggling with the up downs, man. I love Dan Campbell doing his up downs, man. All right, good morning. Glad everyone had glad to finally found this channel again. I appreciate it, man. Lions on the Prowl, that channel was still up as far as they don't do content anymore, but they still have some reruns, some of that content we did over there. But we had it was just time for us to move on from that platform, man. But I wish those guys great luck over there. I still in contact with Val and some of those guys over there. Actually, I talked to Maniac Tim, one of the founding members of Lions on the Prowl the other day. So, man, thanks for finding us out, man. We appreciate you. We just wanted to start something a little different, man. We took a break for a while, hiatus, and we got back out there. So our coach can beat up your coach. Absolutely, Phil. I believe that 100% to be true. Our coach is making all those idiots that called him a meathead eat their words and wish they were on our team. You know what, though? A lot of pundits and a lot of voices were out there. It was called him meathead, especially with the kneecap biting and things of that nature. Man, it just got a little out of hand. And I'm like, man, what's going on with this? Why are we, calling this guy, man? Let him see what he's going to do. But, he ain't for everybody, but he's for us. All right. Morning, Phil. Good morning, George with the fist bump, man. Batman of the 313. What's going on, man? Having the confidence in your team makes them want to go out and play hard for Dan Campbell. I believe that is 100% correct. Definitely. I believe that that's the case where he believes in his team and they want to go out and play for him, excuse me. And that's one of the reasons he's always said that sometimes, people talk about him going on a fourth down and him gambling, but he doesn't think it as gambling. He says he believes in his guys and he trusts them out there on the field to get the job done. So, all right, who could do? Yeah, good morning, boss up, baby. We're gonna boss up, right? Who could do? What's going on? Michael D said, what's up, though? Super Bowl or bust? All right, nothing but the smoke in the building. What up, though? Restilla the Thriller from Nothing But the Smoke. That's what I'm talking about, man. What's going on, man? Buddy's in the building. What up, Kurt? My co-host is in the chat, man. My man, Coach Jones, the Wolverine. What up, though? My fellow co-host, man. Happy have a good day out there, man. J-Mo looking good. We're going to talk about J-Mo here in a second, baby. All right, the Lions are top 10 in NFL for all-time wins. Of course, man, this franchise has been around for a long time. MTDC give props to training crew. Sheila has been all about doing whatever it takes to be great, man. I know Bo Booth, man, I feel you on that. You look at what she has done. She has totally changed the identity of the Detroit Lions and the leadership of the Detroit Lions. She has torn it down to the studs and rebuilt it into a winning franchise, man. I love what she's done for the franchise, for the city of Detroit, man. That's why she was voted Michiganian of the Year last year. So, yeah, shout out to Sheila Hamp, man, doing her thing. And people need to stop that Goff doesn't have the arm strength to get it to J-Mo on deep routes, man. It's the timing thing, not an arm strength thing. We'll talk about that a little bit this morning with Dan over there on Lions Out Live, man. Jared Goff, has an arm to get the ball down the field. You look at what he did at the Rams, man. He was definitely tossing that rock down the field, man. And Bo Booth says, agree with you, says timing is everything. Well, speaking of that man, J-Mo, man, let's talk about my man J-Mo here for a second. Man, J-Mo yesterday, man, he bossed up on day one, man. He did his thing on the third play in team drills, man. That dude scored a touchdown from Jared Goff. I know y'all seen that video out there. This is what I think. Jameson Williams put everyone on notice he's going to be a problem this season. And he beat two of the fastest DBs on the field yesterday for that touchdown. If you Melifonwu and Sub-Zero Terrion Arnold down the field, man. And not only did he score that touchdown, he upshot, he hurled right, he got the pass. He sat out a couple plays. Well, he hurled twice. Well, once coming off the field and then once on the sidelines, but he got right back out there, man. Hey, and I know we talked about this. He said he ate something wrong for breakfast. It wasn't nothing serious, nothing viral or anything like that. He just had something bad for breakfast and probably just overate or something like that. So another thing going on with Jameson Williams, man, it says that he is more confident this season, this coming in. He didn't drop a pass yesterday. Amon-Ra St. Brown said that J-Mo is different. He talked about his maturity level, that he's finally getting it. And he's coming in, being a professional, and he will have a big season now that he has a bigger role in the offense. I talked about this a little earlier. I wasn't, if you look at the end of last season, I wasn't really that hesitant when they said Josh Reynolds was leaving. I'm like, that just brings room for J-Mo, because you look at some of the routes and some of the plays he made in the championship game in the playoffs, those were some of the same routes that Reynolds was running. And Jameson Williams is still on his rookie deal. I just think that Reynolds being in that lineup was kind of just hampering his development, and I think he's going to step up in that role. He's going to be the player that people thought he was going to be coming out of Alabama. And the last thing about Jameson Williams, man, he is stronger and faster than he was in the OTAs. Watching him, if you just don't look at the bomb play that he had down the field, that touchdown. There's some other videos with him doing individual drills where he looks more balanced and he's more fluid in his route running. And if you didn't see Terrion Arnold, where he had his little TikTok rookie Camp Chronicles, he said J-Mo was out there running 4.1s on the field, man. I'm so happy to see this young man with the possibility of living up to his potential as a former first-round draft pick. Man, I love to see what's going on with Jameson Williams right now, man. Let me know what you guys think in the chat, man. Bossed up or balled on that Jameson Williams is going to have a big year for the Detroit Lions, man. All right, so let's get back into the comments for today, man. Then, but the smoke says, I'll say one thing about successful organizations: great coaches matter. You know what? Nothing but the smoke. I feel you on that, man. The coaching staff here, in Detroit, I'm in North Carolina, but of course I'm saying here, like, because I'm talking about the Lions. That coaching staff is really good. They're made up of players, former players in the NFL. Not everyone, because we know Ben Johnson didn't play in the league, but he was a quarterback for a while. And you look at the way that these guys coach, teach, and mentor these guys, man. Because you can't just be a coach. You have to be able to teach, and you have to be able to mentor. That's the term we have, the military: coach, teach, mentor. And leaders do that. They coach, teach, and mentor to make the people under them better. And they've helped make J-Mo better. And he's motivated by his own actions. He's gone out, worked with receiver gurus, worked with getting better, worked on his hands, worked on his timing, worked with Jared Goff. And I love what he's doing. And the coaches feed off that. They see that, and they are going to put him in a position to succeed. Shane Smith, I hope he keeps it up. I absolutely do myself. I was waiting for your mom to get. I don't know who that's about, man. That's messed up. Coach Jones, man, I ain't messing with you, man. MCDC says JMO can upchuck every play if he's going to burn in other defense. Absolutely. He can hurl all day, man. Strike and shed. Yep. Man, was that puke and rally? King SS says, great to hear about JMO. Yeah, man. He was the biggest name. You heard a little rumblings about Aiden Hutchinson yesterday. Of course, he was out there doing his thing. They say he said he had Penne on some skates yesterday, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. But Jamie was the big name yesterday. This is what he did. And you looked at what he did in camp and how he was getting better. But you look at that, I'm glad to see that he's doing better. Let's see Jamie do that for real football time, man. It's coming up in a few days, man, because guess what happens on Monday? Them pads come on, baby. So it's always going to be different when the pads come on, but I think he'll be all right. I'm glad to see the hypnotist I paid for finally got it right. He must have golf forget the Super Bowl of 2018, all those drops, man. Yeah, that was a bad Super Bowl. That was probably one of the most least entertaining Super Bowls in history. That was just a terrible watch. I mean, it was just bad. Pressure's over. Okay, I will definitely go back and watch it, man. Thanks you guys for tuning in with me right here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, man. Do me a favor, like the video, share the channel with other Lions fans like yourself, man. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me right here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, man. I have fun with my guys, man. I have fun with you guys, man. I just love you guys being a part of the Boss Up Ball Out family, man. So go ahead. Please like the video and share it with other Lions fans just like yourself, man. All right. Jared Goff put in that work, man. I was talking about this earlier with the Dew Crew. Like, if you look at Jared Goff, man, there's videos about him working out with a quarterback guru this offseason, man. He did the same thing last year, trying to get better, getting some more zip on his passes. He made a lot of tight window throws last year. You look at back some of those passes to Sam Laporta, man, it was real tight coverage, and he just zipped the ball in there, working on his arm strength, getting better. And you're going to see that down the field this year with Jameson Williams, man, and that timing being a lot better. Check it and let's go. Absolutely, man. He did do the up chuck boogie. Yeah, man. Hey, I don't care if that dude can look, he could be really beaming and throw up in the huddle every time, man, as long as he's making plays. All right, Elijah Hanna says 100, man. Definitely. Funny, Josh Reynolds had the key drops in that game. Yeah, that was bad for me. I like Josh Reynolds, man, and I was always a fan of the praying mantis, but he was just on the biggest stage. He just dropped passes. I didn't get that from him. I don't understand why he was like that in the NFC Championship game, man. In the biggest moments where you're counted on and you're a value veteran on the roster, you were dropping passes. Definitely there, Smoking Jeremy B, man. That's my guy, man. Smoking Jeremy B does great content over there with Kneecap Botting with the Motor City Lions. Go check him out, man. He's a talented writer as well. So go check him out over on his Facebook page and his YouTube channel, man. Smoking Jeremy B is the man. Man, hang out with him since the old Detroit Lions in the proud days when he's coming in on the Free for All Fridays, man. Who will be wide receiver number 3? I'm thinking right now is Khalif Raymond. That guy's been putting in work, man. Khalif Raymond's he's made some big plays for the Lions, and he has a good connection with Jared Goff. I think he's going to be the wide receiver 3, and I think DPJ is going to be 4. They can mix them in, but the depth is going to be a rotation. So you're going to have not a big drop off with these guys. Just some guys are going to have different skill sets coming in. All right, Jason Wagner says, new sub here. Love what you got going on over here, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining us, man. On the show, man. I got some more guests coming up, man. I'll get with AVG and Urbana to see what happened this morning, man. I think it was maybe a time mix up. I told him 8. He might be thinking 8 tonight, man, but we'll get him back on. We'll get him rescheduled, man. All right. Those double move routes would JMO be a heavy hitter. I think so, man. I think so. I agree with you, Coach Jones, man. He is going to be a game changer, definitely, this season, man. One prod, let's go 17-0 this year, man. I hope so, Jason. Man. I 100% wish that we can go 17-0. We can give some run to those Miami Dolphins in 1972, the year I was born, of course. But we'll see, man. But I don't want to pull a Patriots, man, where they went undefeated and lost on the Super Bowl. I want to go undefeated and win it all. But 14-3, Bo Boop, I agree with you on that one. I think I said 13-4. 13-4 is my prediction. But the schedule sets up big for the Lions to have a great year, man. Look at only 3 outdoor games all year, and only one really being in the cold weather, because the San Francisco game late in the season, that's not really a cold weather game. So you look at it, man, it's going to be set up nice for them. All right. Welcome, Jason Wagner. All right. Oh, Kurt, the Kool-Aid is strong with this one, baby. Hey, man, my gym, that was one of my gym, man. What was that? Yeah, Kool-Aid and Hopium. That's how, hey, I would get down, man. Wide receiver 3, Raymond, People Jones, and Gibbs. I believe that, man. Nothing but the smoke says Wiz Khalifa. That's what I call Khalif. Yeah, man. Nothing but the smoke says 14-3 as well. Woo! My man Dan from Lions Talk Live is in the building, man. Thank you for hopping on and giving me some support, man. Let's get into this last topic for today. Talk about this health of the Detroit Lions. Man, the Lions are healthy for now, man. It was kind of crazy. Checking their social media, especially on X yesterday, they removed 3 players from the injury list, but added 4. So let's do the math, right? So you look at it. The best ability is availability, and the Lions now have 99% of their players on the field for training camp. And now I'm telling you, it was crazy at the start of the day. So the team removed Brian Branch, Marcus Davenport, and Giovanni Manu from the PUP, and Manu was on the NFI list yesterday, but they added Carlton Davis III, Amik Robinson, Donald People Jones, and Traquan Smith to the non-football injury list at the beginning of the day. Well, hell, by the end of the day, they already removed Davis, Robertson, DPJ, and Traquan Smith from the NFI after they passed their physicals and conditioning tests yesterday. The only person that's out right now due to injury is DJ Reader. I don't think that's a surprise. But the rookie guard, Christian Mahogany, missed yesterday, but it was not injury related. That's the reports out of Allen Park. Out of the Meyer Performance Center, excuse me. They will work these guys in, the guys that were on the PUP. They will work them back in slowly, like Davenport and Branch. They were out there yesterday. So they're going to work them in slowly just because they don't want any setbacks, and they just want to work them in. Branch and Davenport were limited yesterday. Branch didn't do any of the team drills, but he did do individual drills out there with the safeties and things of that nature. So, like I said, DJ Reader's not a surprise, man. They're going to make sure that he's ready for the regular season. He's a veteran that he will not require a big ramp up to get on the field for the start of the season. And that depth on the D line will allow him to get in the playing shape. They were able to rotate guys in and out the first couple games of the season. But I think by this really the second or third game, I think he will be good to go. Now, a surprise for me. Now, Coach Jones, we talked about this the other day, yesterday, was Emmanuel Mosley was a full go for the start of training camp after tearing his other ACL last season. And from what the reports out of Allen Park is that he took a different approach to the rehabbing of the second ACL tear. He just because he tore one and then tore the other. And a lot of times you overcompensate when you have an injury like that. So I'm happy for Emmanuel Mosley that he is back on the field, man. He was playing the primary nickel role during the time that Brian Branch was off the field. So shout out to my man Emmanuel Mosley. I was really, to be honest with you, I was looking at yesterday, and I was talking about how I didn't think Emmanuel Mosley was going to make their roster just because of his health, but he was out there with the first teamers playing nickel. So my bad. my bad. I hope he gives us another player with versatility if he can, get healthy and back to his days of out there in San Francisco. So let's get back into the chat, man. Let's see what you guys got to say about the injury. I'm gonna say it's bossed up, man. 99% of the players only having one guy out. That's 99.95% of your players available for training camp. Not a lot of teams can say that. So what we got here going on? All right, Leaf is the secret weapon. But hey, Bo Wolf, I agree with you, man. Lady Lions in the building. Good morning, man. Good morning, Lions fans. I'm late to the party, man. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button, like it, and share it with other Lions fans just like yourself, man. And that Lady Lion, I have a great uh podcast is going to be on Tuesday. She's a Detroit Lions fan. She lives out in Dallas. She's a native Detroiter, and she knows her Lions, man. So, ladies, tune in on Tuesday, man. Fellas, tune in on Tuesday too, because she's going to bring that fire, that heat, to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast as a special guest, man. Definitely. Salim, Bad Moon Rising, man. You know what? I'm from the same neighborhood as Andre Bad Moon Rising, great wide receiver out of Flint, Michigan. Went to Michigan State, played for the Atlanta Falcons, man. You know, old girl, former spouse burned the house down, trying to, set his kicks on fire. All right, so health is crucial. Contenders are healthy, and also our O-line depth scares me. Just saying, the talent drops noticeably with the backups. I would say the one guy that played good last year was Jody. Sorsdahl, he's a second year player now. I have total faith in Hank Freda that he would have those guys ready to go if something happens to a starter. So yeah, it's not a big name, pops name with a depth on the depth chart for offensive lineman, but what team has that? What team has starters is guys that are starter calibers as their backups on the offensive line? Not many, if any. But Hank Fraley will have those guys, man, ready to go. He's one of the best offensive line coaches. I think he's the best offensive line coach in the league, and that I love that we have him on the team, on our staff right here in Detroit. So, all right, Bo Boo says the flu. Man, that could be possible. All right, welcome, Lady Lion, from my man Kneecap Biting or Smoking Jeremy B. The flu, that's my guess. Traveling flu, Moonscar Blade. I don't worry about non-football injuries unless it goes past the cut date. True. But we ain't got to worry about it now. Anybody on the NFI now? Anybody on the only person on the pup is DJ Reader. And like I said, they're just gonna work him back. He's a little older. He rancid chicken delivered by a Packers fan. You know what? Fans have always said, people say when you go to Buffalo and you're an opposing team, don't eat the wings until after the game. So yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that's possible. Smoking Jeremy B. Yeah, cheese balls. Oh, okay. Man, that's terrible. All right, Steve says, "Hey, Jeremy, now." Yeah, man, I've had food poisoning, man. That is not some. Most of the pup NFI lists are because of conditioning, probably so. A lot of guys don't come into camp just quite ready to go yet. They can't pass that physical the first day and maybe that second day because that first day maybe something a little bit be off because they report it and they usually take that physical and conditioning test that first day. If they can't pass it, then the next day they get it right. Mosley knows the Rams and McVay. Absolutely. All that time out there in the NFC West. That or Kelly Stafford sent it. Oh man, I'm not messing with you, Smoking JBB. You on one this morning, man. All right, we're going to Super Bowl, dog. Definitely. Moose Scott Blake said, "Hey, hi." They got a new strain of staph infection. Wow, you guys want the Super Bowl? Going to watch the Super Bowl to watch it again. Okay. All right. Hey, man, Steve, have your opinion, brother. I see you a Packers fan, but we live by the mantra FTP right here on this channel, man. That's how we get down. Andre was a good one. Yes, he was, man. I love my man. Bad Moon Rising, man. You representing Flint Town, man. Hey, look at the time, man. It is 8:29. Y'all know how I get down right here, man. We get you in and out in 30 minutes or less, man. RIP left out. Yes, man. That she was a great talent that was lost too soon. Rat and Q, what's up, Peace? What's going on, Dave? What's going on, man? The Packers have the power of love. Okay. All right, good with that, man. All right, it's time for us to get out of here, man. Hey, do me a favor, definitely Follow the Boss Up Ball Out crew on your favorite social media platforms. Oh, I almost said the old show's name, but I appreciate you. That's Jim just giving me a little tap this morning. Follow the crew on your favorite social media platforms, man. Thank you for hanging out with us right here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, man. Hey, tell your friends, man. Tell your friends to go ahead and tune in to the channel, man. Follow us on your favorite social media platforms. Go to kurtsteele.com. The content, I post this content right over there as well. If you want to go back and rewatch it later on, if you can't tune in late and you want to watch the rest of the show, go ahead and do that. Hey, do your man Kurt Steele a favor. Whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. Hey, this is Kurt Steele, and I will holler at you real soon.